On the 16th of January 1959, in the Oyo state of Nigeria, a baby girl was born to a Nigerian father and an English mother. Today, she's known by the world as Sade Adu, or Sade, and is the winner of 4 Grammy Awards. But she never planned on being a singer, and she still doesn't want to be a full-time celebrity. Stay with us as we follow the story of this iconic jazz singer and songwriter. Sade was never called by her first name Helen. Even her parents called her Sade, a shortened form of her middle name, Folasade. Her mother was a nurse, while her father was a university professor of economics. The couple met during their studies at LSE in London and moved to Nigeria after getting married. But when Sade was just 4 years old, her parents separated and Sade and her younger brother moved with their mother back to England. In the 70s, artists like Curtis Mayfield, Donny Hathaway, and Bill Withers brought on a wave of American soul music. Little Sade grew up listening to this music, and as a teenager, she worked behind the bar at the Rainbow Theatre in Finsbury Park, where the legendary Jackson 5 performed. I was more fascinated by the audience than by anything that was going on the stage. That attracted kids, mothers with children, old people, white, black. I was really moved. That's the audience I've always aimed for. Little did Sade know that in a few years' time she'd be amassing such audiences by the thousands. But Sade never had planned on becoming a singer. At the age of 17, she moved to London to study fashion at St. Martin's School of Art. Once she graduated from a 3-year course, she worked as a model and designed a menswear line of clothing. Music entered her life when 2 old-school friends reached out to her. They wanted her to step in as the lead singer for their band, Arriva. Fast forward 2 years, and she was the rising star and lead singer in a band named Pride. Although Sade enjoyed writing songs, she realized that onstage performances made her extremely nervous. Sade later admitted, "I used to get on stage with Pride, like shaking. I was terrified, but I was determined to try my best, and I decided that if I was going to sing, I would have to sing the way I speak, because it's important to be yourself." Touring with Pride in the UK brought Sade to the limelight. For 3 years, from 1981, the band toured, usually with her driving. It didn't matter to the group that Sade was not trained or educated in music. They saw the talent within her and were happy to have her as part of the group. Pride shows would usually have a part where Sade would sing a lower, slower, or jazzier piece. And one of these songs was Smooth Operator, which later received nominations for the MTV Music Award for Best New Artist and MTV Video Music Award for Best Female Video. The song was co-written by Sade, and it attracted the attention of many leading record companies. They all wanted Sade to be signed, but not her band members. Loyal to the band that gave her a big break, Sade refused to join. About a year later though, she signed a deal with Epic Records. Sade left Pride and took with her saxophonist Stuart Matthewman, keyboard player Andrew Hale, and bassist Paul Spencer Denman, and formed a new band by her name. By this time, she was so popular that her first show in London's Heaven nightclub, 1,000 people, had to be turned away. Sade released her first single, Your Love Is King, in 1984. The song immediately became a top 10 British hit. The single was soon followed by the band's debut album, Diamond Life. The album took 6 weeks to record, and it sold over 1.2 million copies in the UK, reached second place in the UK album charts, and won the Brit Award for Best British Album in the following year. Sade was thrown into a whirlwind of popularity. Magazines were scrambling to get Sade's face on their covers as she became the undisputed female face of the style decade, marked with an exotic yet effortless sophistication. But Sade was unfazed by all this fame and glory. In fact, the paparazzi and the unrelenting attention was starting to get on her nerves. "It wasn't marketing," she said, "it was just me, and I wasn't trying to promote an image." On top of that, Sade's personal life was in tatters. At the time, she was dating the style journalist Robert Elms, and their life was anything but lush. The two of them were living in a converted fire station in North London. The place had no heating, the bathroom iced over in the winter, and was built over the fire escape. The bathroom was inside the kitchen. Yeah. During this time, Sade made it a point to continuously tour. She said, "If you just do TV or video, then you become a tool of the record industry. All you're doing is selling a product. It's when I get on stage with the band and we play that I know that people love the music. I can feel it. Sometimes I yearn to be on the road. The feeling overwhelms me." 2 more hit albums were released, which became instant classics selling millions of copies. The hit song, The Sweetest Taboo, from the second album, stayed on the American pop charts for 6 months. Then in 1986, Sade won their first Grammy Award for the Best New Artist. 1986 also marked the year when Sade made her first acting debut. She played the role of Athene Buchanan, and contributed to the soundtrack for the film Absolute Beginners. Their third and fourth albums were equally big hits and received platinum and gold certifications. In 1993, the single No Ordinary Love won Sade another Grammy. But this continued success came at a price. Sade disliked the flurry of press surrounding her and refused to open up to the media. This led to some nasty rumours circling about her. Sade refused to let the media in on her private life. Given her dislike, she rarely granted any interviews. She despised the media further from creating stories about her in response to her denials to give details. It's terrible, this Fleet Street mentality that if something seems simple and easy, there must be something funny going on, she retorted. Eventually, her relationship fell apart. According to the Daily Mail, her sudden rise to stardom, coupled with the wealth, caused strains in their relationship. The Telegraph reported that Sade tried to hold things together, to no avail. In 1989, Sade married the Spanish film director Carlos Pliego and relocated to Madrid, but the marriage didn't work out and the pair divorced in 1995. In the meantime, the band released their first compilation album, The Best of Sade, which, after a while, Sade took a break from music. She moved back to the UK and focused more on her personal life. Renovations were due for a family home, and she admitted that she was unsure whether she'd return to the centre stage. A new relationship blossomed with the Jamaican music producer Bob Morgan. The pair seemed to be doing well, and Sade even gave birth to a baby girl named Mikalia in 1996. She moved to Jamaica with her boyfriend, but again, the good times were short-lived. In 1998, a warrant was put out for reckless driving. She ended up skipping several court dates and having to leave Jamaica to avoid getting arrested. Sade and Bob later separated. After an 8-year-long hiatus, the band was ready to release yet another album. They released Lovers Rock in 2000, and it was yet another smash hit. The band then went on to tour to promote the album, where their tour had to be extended by 8 weeks because of ticket demand. It eventually became the 13th biggest tour in North America. In February 2002, the album won the Grammy Award for Best Pop Vocal Album. During the same year, the band released their first live album as well. After their booming success, Sade once more disappeared from the public eye. She took a step back to focus on her motherly duties and rarely made any public appearances. In 2002, Sade appeared at an award ceremony where she was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, for services to music. She said that this award was a great gesture to me and all black women in England. She moved to the Gloucestershire countryside in 2005 and bought a rundown cottage to renovate. Sade began a relationship with a former Royal Marine, Ian Watts, in 2007 and got a stepson from the relationship. After 10 long years, the band once again reunited in 2010 to release Soldier of Love. The album scored 502,000 copies sold within just the first week of release. The album also gained Sade their top spot on the Billboard's 200 chart and a Grammy for the Best Group Performance. The band then went on another tour to promote their newest album and their second compilation album. The tour was a massive success, and it came 10th in Billboard's annual Top 25 tours. Breaking her long silence, Sade spoke to the media and said, "You can only grow as an artist as long as you allow yourself time to grow as a person. We're all parents, our lives have all moved on. I couldn't have made Soldier of Love any time before now, and though it's been a long wait for the fans, and I'm sorry about that, I'm incredibly proud of it." In 2018, the band created an acoustic ballad for the soundtrack of Disney's A Wrinkle in Time. They also released a song for the 20th Century Fox movie Widows, and rumour has it that yet another album is in the making. But other than that, Sade has once again retreated from the public eye. What do you think about her story? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.